Hi everyone, this is Emily Leiphart here for Tailored Expressions, and in today's video I'm sharing 4 cards featuring products from the Perfect Presentation release, including the Woodland Reindeer silhouettes and coordinating deco foil adhesive transfers, an exciting collaboration with Thermoweb. Let's have a look at the supplies I'll be using in this video. The Woodland Reindeer silhouettes is a rubber cling stamp set with 3 images and 5 sentiments. There are also coordinating dies for the 2 reindeer. This particular release includes the debut of deco foil adhesive transfers. You've probably seen them with other brands, but now Tailored Expressions has a set specifically for the Woodland Reindeer silhouettes, and they're so beautiful. Each pack comes with 2 sheets of reindeer, snowflakes, and sentiments, but there weren't enough for me. These were so fun and easy to use that I ran out before I could create more card designs. Let's open up this package and I'll show you how the outlines coordinate perfectly with the solid stamped images. This means you can use the stamp and foils on their own or combine them for variation. My color palette for these cards includes Lavender, Glaze, Peapod, Cookie Monster, and Toffee. I'm using both the inks and coordinating cardstock for all of these colors. I'm also using Sugar Cube cardstock and Oreo ink. My 3 colors of deco foil are Gold Shattered Glass, Black, and Champagne. I'm going to start by turning on my mini Minc foil applicator, pressing the center button until the heat setting reaches number 4 for heavyweight cardstock. The button will turn green when it's ready. In the meantime, here are the 4 colors I'll be foiling on, and I can't wait to see what these look like. The first thing I'm going to do is cut up the individual images and sentiments. I'll be using the snowflakes separately, so I'll set those aside for now. Using these adhesive transfers is a 2-step process. First, I'll remove the liner from the back, lightly tap it on the cardstock, put it in the transfer folder, and send it through. Once that's done, I remove the piece with the image. You can see the reindeer adhesive in the light. Now I'll cut a piece of deco foil in Gold Shattered Glass and place it on top of the adhesive, shiny side up. I send that through the Minc for the second time, and when I peel off the foil, look at all that gorgeous shine. I repeat the 2-step process for each color of cardstock, and then I'm ready to die cut all of these using the coordinating Woodland Reindeer dies. These dies also cut the reindeer from the stamp set. I love that the die leaves the foiled border, so you can also stamp inside the foiled images before or after you use the adhesive transfers for even more visual interest. These card bases use the mini slim top fold cards in Toffee and Sugar Cube. Obviously, these are in the landscape mode now, so the fold is on the left side. I also used the mini slim thin frame cutting plate to create frames from Gold Glitter Cardstock, Sugar Cube cardstock, and Cookie Monster cardstock. None of these pieces are adhered yet, since I want to use the deco foil adhesive transfers to add the sentiment and snowflakes to the card base. I place the reindeer to gauge positioning of the sentiment and snowflakes. I remove the liner and tap the sentiment on before removing the loose pieces and running the card base through the Minc. I'm going to be using black deco foil for the sentiments and then add the snowflakes in Champagne so that all 3 foiled areas are in a different color. The first time I fed the card base through the Minc, it slipped out of the transfer folder, but when I made sure it was all the way in at the fold, it was fine. The process to add the adhesive, then black foil and champagne foil involved quite a few steps, but it was all fun, easy, and fast. I really love the way the black foil looks, especially as a sentiment. It looks like it was printed with a LaserJet printer, but even better. And the addition of the champagne snowflakes increases the wow factor of these cards. I really enjoyed using these new deco foil adhesive transfers, and I know you will too. After all of the foiling is done, I use Barely Art liquid glue to attach the frames to the card bases. Then I pop up the foiled reindeer with foam tape, and my cards are done. These were so simple, and all of the sparkle makes these perfect for the holidays. For my other 2 cards, I'm going to use the Woodland Reindeer Silhouettes stamp set and feature the standing reindeer. I'm going to stamp the reindeer in all 4 colors on Sugar Cube cardstock. I stamped 2 of each color so I could group them on both cards. Once again, I'm using the mini slim top fold card bases in Sugar Cube and Toffee. This time, instead of using the thin frames, I cut hills from the Build-A-Scene Rolling Hills dies using Toffee, Sugar Cube, and Gold Glitter Cardstock. This time I want to use sentiments that weren't already featured on the foiled cards, so I'm going to use Happy Holidays and Celebrate the Season. I really love that longer sentiment, but I'm not using the flying reindeer on these cards, so I'll save that for another time. I love that mini slim card bases fit into the mini Misty. I place all of the pieces on top of the card base so I know exactly where to stamp the sentiment. After positioning the sentiment, I place a piece of scrap acetate to see if it's straight. Once it's confirmed, I can stamp the sentiment directly onto the card base with Oreo ink. Then I do the same thing for the second card. Now it's time to glue the hills onto the card bases. Once again, I use Barely Art liquid glue for this, and then I line up the deer on my grid mat. I attach them to each other using glue dots, which then makes it easy to place on the card base. I offset the Toffee deer on the end and use a bit of liquid glue to secure the leg before trimming off the overhanging sections. To add a bit more gold to these cards, I used some gold pearls on the antlers. I felt like the cards needed some softening, so I used the 1/4 inch side of my corner chomper on the top right hand corner. Now the second pair of cards are done. Here's a review of all 4 cards featuring the Woodland Reindeer silhouettes, Woodland Reindeer Deco foil adhesive transfers, and coordinating Woodland Reindeer dies. I look forward to seeing what you create with these. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed for more inspiration. You can find all of these products in the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.